Hey everybody, welcome to another Creattie tutorial. Today we're working with the web builder Cornerstone. This is from theme.co. They just released a new builder. It's pretty nice, very easy to make websites. We'll use the live demo, so if you're thinking about using it, you can give it a try. Full demo on their website. Looks a lot like Webflow, which is cool. So yeah, we're going to show you how to add Lottie animations using Cornerstone. So let's jump back into Creattie. First, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be releasing a lot of new videos over the next couple months. We'll cover just about every builder on the internet with WordPress and other platforms. So you'll know how to make or add Lottie animations just about every way possible. So let's go to animated illustrations and we'll search as collection. Go to the banking animations. This is a new package. A lot of cool designs, whether you're in banking or not. There's some cool ones. Let's go to growing deposit. And once you're on the animation page, we can make some customizations. So you can change it to be static or animated and change the colors. We're going to use this blue, add it to our design so it looks cohesive. We'll change this user section button. I got the color code here. So you can either choose from the spectrum or just paste in. There it is. And then it'll show up on your recently used colors. So if you make a mistake, you can go back. Okay, so we're going to download. Make sure it's in JSON. With Cornerstone, it handles Lotties in a different way than most builders. So we're going to show you both ways. The best is to use the JSON file, but we're going to show you how to use the server link as well. So once you download, you'll get the embed and you can access this code snippet. We're going to just take the URL. Most other builders will let you do like add the raw code or HTML embed, whatever they call it. But for some reason, Cornerstone, they have a raw widget and it allows you to paste in code, but it wasn't rendering. So these are the only two ways that we got to work. So if you want to make changes here, they won't show up in this link because we're not using the entire code snippet. So if you're adding the code, the full code, you can make these changes here and they'll show up and then they'll render on the page. But with this URL, we're just getting the link after you've hit download. So the colors changes will show up. Okay. Got the link. Now let's go into Cornerstone. Okay, we're going to add it right here above what is Cornerstone. So first step is clicking the container. Then it'll take us to the container's parameters. We're going to add an element, and we have a Lottie widget, and then you'll see this show up on the page. We haven't added anything yet, so it's just telling us nothing's there, but showing us where it will be, so that's very useful. So we want it on the top, so we're going to drag up to the top of these children elements and go into Lottie. So we have a couple different parameters. We can do the render in SVG, HTML, or Canvas. So we want SVG, the source, URL, or JSON. We're going to do the URL, paste it in, and it'll show up. Looks good. Our color change rendered. And then below you have some customization options. We're going to show you those once we get into the JSON file. So let's delete it. Okay, and let's go back. So we'll need this. We'll need this JSON file. Unfortunately, it doesn't take the whole file, but it takes the raw JSON. So most other builders allow you to add the file instead of copying and pasting the code, but it is essentially the same thing. You'll just have to go in. You can either go into a code builder or just put it in your browser, and you'll access this infinite numbers JSON data. Okay, so we'll go back into Cornerstone, go into that same container, add an element, Lottie. Okay, and we'll drag it up. So this time we are changing the source to JSON, and we will paste in the code. There it goes. Still very easy. This way you're not sending a request to the Creattie servers. Just less problems can happen when you have the file on your end of the website instead of relying on something else, and then it has a server request every time someone opens the page. Just much better, much more efficient. You have less problems, and it'll be way faster to add the JSON file. So we recommend adding the file, even if you got to do the raw data every time if you can. So let's do some customizations. We'll set a trigger. It's on autoplay. Let's do hover, loop it, and it'll run once you hover the mouse. You also have autoplay, play when visible, so they're like scrolling, and then you can do a scroll like in a certain position on the page. We'll just do hover. That's one of the best ways to interact with users. And then you can customize the animation. Like if you don't like the beginning or something, you could start at a different point, end at a different point, whatever you want. You can change the speed. See, it runs much faster. And then you can do a little delay. So, but let's get the size down so it's proportional to the page. It's at auto right now. We'll change the pixels, and probably like 200 would be better. Okay, there it is. And it's running, probably a little too fast, but when you hover the mouse, it stops. Okay, the rest of the customizations are a little more advanced. You can do opacity, but these are like adding filters, transforms, mask, other interactions. This is setting it to an ID class and then making custom element, custom CSS changes. But this one is important. You can do hide during breakpoints. So this is like customizing for different screen sizes. So if you want to make your website faster for people on their phone, you can hide it with this breakpoint. Phone on side, tablet, small laptop, desktop. Okay, that's as easy as that. If you want to make changes, like say we want to change the color, we would have to come back in, make it darker, download the file again, grab the code, and then paste it back in, which is not that hard. Just takes a second. Yeah. There it goes. You see the color's different. Yeah, it just takes a second. We can't make changes on Creattie because we're using the JSON file. So even if you were to do embed, you'd have to go in, make the change of the color, then click embed, and add the URL, since we're not pasting in the entire code. But still super easy, just takes a second to change a color, then go back in. That's why we love Lottie. Okay, that's our tutorial. Make sure you tune in. We got more on the way, and thanks for watching.